And here, I believe that's actually Phil Kenny, number 23.
I think you're right, the sophomore.
Sophomore linebacker back deep to receive as well. As Cole gets the official's whistle, tees it up in the middle of the field, and this one a low squib kick will bounce in front of some upbacks, and Swaney will field it up the near side, trying to head to the far sideline to get behind his wedge. Nothing doing as he's dropped at the 10-yard line. Good coverage by number 29, Brett Burkett, a 5'10" 185-pound senior.
Boy, at first it looked like maybe City High could pick it up. He could run up the field, pick up an extra 5 or 10 yards. Instead, he decided to go sideways, went a little bit backwards, and some good kick coverage. And City High having to start things off deep in their own territory at their own 13-yard line here.
A very inauspicious beginning for the Little Hawks. 1st and 10. We'll call it their own 12-yard line. Stiers brings him up to the line of scrimmage out of the I formation. Handoff will go to Swaney. Nothing doing off of right guard. Tries to bust it to the outside, and he is strung out and dropped. We'll wait and see where his forward momentum is spotted, but he may have lost a couple on that play.
I think you're right. Clint Hilken, the senior, came up the defensive end. Made a good read on the play and was able to make that initial hit.
Boy, he gets a very generous spot back out to about the original line of scrimmage. Maybe about a loss of a half a yard on the play. We'll say no gain, make it 2nd down and 10. Again, coming up with 4 down linemen, but they're pinching up the linebackers, almost giving them a 5th, trying to seal off the end as Stiers on play action, rolls out near side, fires out, and off the fingertips of Caleb Recker about 15 yards downfield. He had him just slightly farther out than the flat, Ryan, but the pass was a little high. Otherwise, that's a 1st down.
He was able to move the football, 3rd down here.
Pat Berrien is a wide receiver for City High. He'll line up far to the far side. Swaney, the slot man, to the far side with one back that is worth, probably to stay home and block. Straight drop by Stiers, getting flushed out of the pocket. He'll step up and take off. Out past the 15, ball's on the ground, and Dubuque Senior recovers at the 20.
Well, credit Senior's defensive secondary. Did a great job of picking up the receivers. They couldn't get open. He scrambled and just went.
He lost the football, and here is the first big break of the ball game. Their first offensive series will start at the City High 20 as White hands off to Decker off of right guard, works his way forward, keeping those legs pumping. He's inside the 20, down to about the 17. Give him a gain of a long 2, possibly a short 3.
To pick up a couple of yards.
Give him a gain of 3 on the play. As Hyatt will line up wide to the near side. White will hand off to Decker left side, and stuck low, stuck high. Nice job with the high-low that time, and maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard. But City High selling out that time. Nice job of gap control. 3rd down and 5 from the City High 15. Again, Hyatt wide to the near side. Make that far side. Herrig wide to the near side. White straight drop. Has some time, now being pressured. Out of the flat, fires, and it's complete. Inside the 5-yard line, pushed out of bounds at the 2. Trying to get a number. I believe that might have been his tight end, Dan Herr. Or is that Hyatt? Number
Jeff
81.
Hyatt.
It's Jeff Hyatt, not number 87. Hyatt, though, kind of one of those slip routes, Ryan, where he was wide to the far side, just kind of sold it half-heartedly and then sprinted across the middle. And a nice read that time by Adam White, and just like that, Dubuque Senior knocking on the door.
He was picked up initially, but the offensive line bought more time, enabled him to get open, and a 1st down here.
1st and goal from the City High 2. Decker up the middle, he is in. As Kroll is on to attempt the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, did he push it? Just inside of the right upright. It is good though, and Dubuque Senior, taking advantage of a City High turnover deep in their own territory, draws first blood as they score on their first offensive series. Get the feel of Kinnick Stadium here. The Dubuque Senior student body pulling the keychains out of their pockets, rattling them, making some noise as Kroll will get set to put a foot into it. High, deep kick to the far side. This may be sailing out of bounds. Kinney, a wise move. Rather than come up and field it, lets it go out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. And a good job that time by the City High return man. One being marched back. The penalty stepped off, and City will have good field position. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Stiers rolling out near side, fires into the flat. Complete to Recker at about the 43-yard line as he's pushed out of bounds by Hyatt.
Two receivers set up to the right side, and you could just see City High going back to something that's familiar to them. It's been a popular pattern, the down and out to the sideline, simple route, and able to pick up 8 yards. It's a good play call.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him go to the air here either. Out of the I formation, twins to the far side. Stiers on play action, rolls out far side. Strung out, still looking, he'll tuck it away and run. The 45 across midfield and pushed out of bounds into Dubuque Senior territory at about the 48.
He was able to move past Andrew Kelly, the linebacker, and Kelly just couldn't get around him. That was a great decision to help give City High the first down.
He had a long way to go to the far side of the field too, Ryan, to make that decision. 1st and 10, the ball rests at the Dubuque Senior 48. Swaney straight up the gut, hit at the line of scrimmage, keeps his legs pounding as he falls forward to about the 45-yard line. Looking down, looks like Aaron Clower, I believe, the defensive end there to make the stop. Up to the line of scrimmage, twins to the near side, receiver to the far side, and I believe that's Sabers, the tight end, being used as a wide receiver. On the quick option, far side, oh, Stiers had a hole, and then all of a sudden that thing closed up and he is dropped at the 45-yard line.
Well, Senior was able to cheat their linebackers up on both the ends. I think they anticipated a running play. And
on the play, credit middle linebacker Andy Kelly for coming up and filling the gap very quickly. 3rd and 8. From the Dubuque Senior 45, Stiers getting pressure, he'll tuck it away and run. 45 heads to the far sideline, dropped at the 40. Nice open field tackle down around the ankles, and he will be shy of the first down marker by a couple of yards.
Did a great job maneuvering, but Luke Kalb, one of the backers, able to anticipate where he was running and made a good tackle that enabled Senior to
4-down territory, although wait and see. Stiers plays with the cadence quite a bit. He may be trying to draw off sides and get a free 5 here. Instead, he drops straight back. They send man on a blitz. Record complete. Out at the 30-yard line, falls forward, down to the 28. Dubuque Senior brought a middle linebacker. City High's offensive line picked it up, and that left one-on-one coverage down the near side, and Stiers to Recker for the first down.
That's leaning the wrong way, and look at City High here. Got a first down inside their 30.
1st and 10, the ball rests at the 29-yard line. Stiers out of the shotgun, drops back, looking for a man downfield. He'll tuck it away and run near side. 30, 25, directs traffic, shucks one man, shucks another as he's down at the 15-yard line.
Well, for Senior, their secondary is doing a good job of picking up the coverage. 3 receivers downfield inside the 15 over by the 5-yard line. Right now, the only option is
10. Ball resting at the Ram 15. 6.5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. City trailing Senior by a score of 7-0. Out of the eye, Stiers will hand off. Justin Jordan, the senior, now lining up the tailback, gets the call over left guard, and not much there. And again, they're trying to establish the game in between the tackles right now, Ryan, but Senior's defense, you've got to give them credit. They are doing a good job of stuffing the interior run.
Yeah, City High is trying to use that strong side of the field. They went right next to that, the tight end side, and just not able to get anything going on that play.
Gain of a very short one, make it 2nd down and 9 from the 14. Out of the eye again. On play action, Stiers rolling out far side. He's got all kinds of room, and he will run inside the 10, working his way down to the 5, still on his feet, dives for the goal line, and he is in. Touchdown, City High.
I think I was like most of the Rams that time. I bought the fake that they gave to the fullback. Instead, he kept it, went around, and he's got that blazing speed. He can make it happen.
To within 1 as Alex Fisher on to attempt the point after for City. Snap is down, kick is up, plenty of leg, and this is good. And we have ourselves a tie ball game with 5:47 left to go in the first quarter. City answers Dubuque Senior's early touch. 7-7 our score. City High getting set to kick off. Alex Fisher does not take much more than a couple steps approach to the football as it's fielded by a deep back on the wide side for Senior yard line. And lost in a sea of red and white tonight. Trying to get a number on the young man. I believe that might have been Decker. I cannot tell. It was Cody Decker. So the dual left guard and defensive end. Better, though, to go ahead and call timeout lead. 1st and 10, again, the ball resting at the Ram 23. Second offensive series of the evening. First was a short field goal from the City High 20 after recovering a fumble. As White barking out the signals, the handoff to Decker, nothing doing inside. Busted to the outside, he's got some room. The 30, and tries a head and shoulders fake and a great open field tackle. Brought down by number 31, Tony Sturgill, the free safety, coming up in run support, but still a hefty gain on first down for Dubuque Senior. Give him 8, brings up 2nd and 2. Hyatt wide to the near side. It looks like Herod wide to the far side. One back. As the handoff will go to Decker. Oh, and he is hit hard in the backfield. Brought down in a sea of red and white. Alex Fisher was there. Kicker getting his nose in on some defensive action. Also looking at number 45, Brad Templin, the defensive end. Boy, they sold out and they guessed right that time, right?
Yeah, Fisher side again.
Loss of a yard on the play, make it 3rd down and 3. Ball rests on the near hash with the strong side to the right. 2-step drop. White now rolling out to the far side, fires into the flat, and his receiver fell down. I believe that was Jaden Herrig, and it looked like he would have been close if not had the necessary yardage to move the chains. But there you go. You mentioned it during the pregame, Brian. The field a little thin in some spots, and there the turf betrayed him.
Slipped a lot of downfield openings to just try to pick up the short yards, and now the Rams got to punt it away.
Ben Paulson will do the honors, a foot inside his 20-yard line. Recker and Pat Barry standing deep, a low line drive, end over end, but returnable. Recker at the 40, behind his wedge, still up the middle, out past the 45 and close. We'll wait and see where his forward momentum is stopped, but it looks like midfield will be the place for the line of scrimmage for the Little Hawks' 3rd offensive series.
Brett get the punt. Just try to keep moving until that whistle blows.
1st and 10 from midfield. Game tied at 7 with 4:06 left to go here in the first quarter. City on their 3rd offensive series. Their first ended in disaster, a fumble at their own 20. Then after that, from their own 35, they marched 9 plays, capped off by a 14-yard touchdown run by quarterback Curtis Stiers. Out of the eye, they'll send Swaney in motion to the far side. Long count, Stiers with a straight, very deep drop. Fires across the middle, overthrows his intended receiver, Pat Barry. And a good thing is a sea of red and blue in the middle of that field. Everybody just a bit short or just a bit late for Dubuque Senior, and it falls incomplete.
A sea of red. A lot of folks
Sabres
out there.
wide to the near side. As a slot man, Recker will join him. Stiers rolls out near side. He's looking near side, complete as this one into the hands of Ryan Grenko. One of those taller receivers that we thought might get some more time on the field this evening as he hauls it in. Pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They pass for 5. It will bring up 3rd down and short.
Yeah, receivers, they have really good hands, and you don't want to give them that opportunity.
Very wide near side, Recker far side. Strong side to the right out of the I formation on play action. Stiers rolls out far side. He'll fire complete, and as he slips at the 35-yard line, Recker does have the first down. But you know, he's thinking he wished he could have turned the corner. He had nothing but open green in front of him. But again, the turf looks like it's either a little loose or maybe a little slippery tonight.
But he did the right thing. He kept his eyes on the football, come up with the football, catch that football, give him a first down.
Gain of 11 on the play. 1st and 10 from the senior 34. Out of the shotgun, Stiers getting some pressure. A deep drop all the way back to midfield. Now tucks it away and decides to run. The 40 up the near side. Stiff arms one man inside the 35 and brought down at about the 32-yard line. Boy, I tell you what, by all rights, Ryan, they could have dropped him for about a 20-yard loss. But there's the confidence in that speed that he had. He just simply put it in the crook of his arm and headed up the near sideline.
I think I was watching some Fran Tarkenton game film.
My
the way
goodness.
He was scrambling back there, back and forth, back.
2nd and 7 from the Dubuque Senior 33. Ball rests just inside the near hash. Barry wide to the far side. Looks like we've got 2 tights here. Check it. Strong side to the left. Swaney in motion to the near side, dropping straight back, firing across the middle. Diving catch, or did he have completion or control of it, I should say. Barry will get the call as he's down just inside the 30 at the 26.
Oh, I thought he was juggling it, but I don't think City Eye is going to complain. They're going to be a little bit short.
Gain of 6 on the play. Barry's first reception of the evening. And that will bring up 3rd down and 1. Out of the eye. Handoff goes to Swaney, stuck at the line of scrimmage and thrown back for no gain on the play. Clint Hilken, 6'3".
And it was just that opportunity where You see an opening, you got to go for it, and that's what Hilken was able to do. And 4th down here, City High goes for it again.
2 yards to go from the 28-yard line on the quick option. Stiers over left guard. He's got it as he's inside the 25 and dropped at the 22 with now less than a minute left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, option all the way, but I think he was keeping it all the way. They ran the play to the left side. He's just looking for that opening between your guard and your tackle. Move the defensive lineman out of the way because you only needed a few yards, and he's got the experience to know how much yardage he needs to get, and that was a good decision.
It really was a call at the quick option because clearly he had called his own number. 1st and 10 from the Dubuque Senior 22. Out of the shotgun, blitz coming, fires out in the flat near side, incomplete. Recker had it, lost it, had it again, and then as he turned to head upfield, dropped the football.
Tony Steffen came on the blitz. He got picked up at the very last moment, and I think the pass was rushed just slightly because Steffen came with a full head of steam.
2nd down and 10. Clock stops with 27 2/10 of a second left to go in the first quarter. All knotted up at 7 apiece. City looking for the go-ahead touchdown on this drive. Out of the eye. Stiers on the option. Pitch to Swaney. Near side. The 20. Lowers the shoulder. Falls forward as he's undercut to the 15. We'll see where his knee was spotted. Short gain on the play as the clock continues to run, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. 9 seconds and counting. City looks like they are going to be more than happy to head to the other end of the field. So as the first quarter comes to an end, both clubs trading touchdowns. 7-7 our score as they'll slap up new time on the clock. A new 12 put on the clock here at Dalzell Field. Both clubs switching ends of the turf, and we are set for the start of quarter number 2. 7-7, City High and Dubuque Senior knotted up at a touchdown apiece, with the Little Hawks looking at 3rd and 3 from the Ram 15, and with it, the go-ahead score. On play action, Stiers being chased out of the near side. Fires down the middle, complete, touchdown in the end zone. Number is at 89.
Yep.
Michael Sabers, the big tight end, had snuck in behind the secondary, and again, you just can't say enough about the athleticism of Curtis Stiers. They were bearing down on him. He rolled out to his left, had to throw across his body, and had plenty on it, hit his big...
It's such a difficult pass to make, and you have to throw with such velocity, and he was able to do that, capping off a 50-yard drive.
Fisher on for the point after. A high snap, good spot. The kick is up, and it is right down the middle. And City High on the first play of the second quarter takes the lead for the first time. With it, we'll take a third.
In Iowa City.
Alex Fisher with about a 3-step approach to the tee as Cody Decker comes up and fields a kickoff that was going out of bounds at the 15. Behind his wedge. Only a few players left to beat as he's out at the 30, but they are there. Bradley Templin, number 45, leading the charge to drop the Dubuque Senior star and save a touchdown. Also in on the tackle, Tony Sturgill getting his nose in on it.
3 plays, and then they had punted away, and the punt was run back nicely in that 50-yard drive for City High. Want to get their offense moving again like they did the first time they got the football.
City almost jumps as a long count by White. He'll send a man in motion, moving laterally to block. White will hand off to Decker, trying to sweep near side. Cut from behind, run down by number 51. That is Ben Hardman. 5'7", 183 pounds, and a senior. And I tell you what, you don't see that very often.
Well, they had 4 men up front. The linebackers moving parallel with the play, and once it got in motion, I mean, City High was all over it, and brings up a passing situation for Senior. They've only attempted it once, I think, or a couple times.
Loss of 3 on the play makes it 2nd down and 13 as White with a 2-step drop, gets some pressure, tries to step up in the pocket, and he's dropped at the 26. Guess who? Number 51, Ben Hardman. High fives and back slaps everywhere. A lot of new names that we've been calling for City High tonight, Ryan, and they are making the most of their opportunity.
Hardman listed at 5-7 here. Now they feel that this is their game, and they need a big stop here.
Loss of 1 on the play makes it 3rd and 14. White dropping back, getting some pressure, hit, and dropped inside the 20 at the 18. He had an offensive lineman back there trying to pick up the defender. Looking down, number 75. That's Matt Schonenberger, offensive tackle. It's almost like he just fell to his knees, and White literally tripped over him and fell right into the defender's grasp.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the footing out there that you mentioned. We've seen a couple of slipping and slidings going on, but now Senior back to what they have to do, and that's punt the ball in their own territory, and they'll give City High probably pretty good field position.
Lots of 8 on the play. They're coming after it, and Sabres very nearly got a finger on it as Barry comes up and fields it just past the 45, the 40, the 35, still on his feet, and he's finally dropped at the 31-yard line.
About a 20-yard run back, and
how in the world, though, did Michael Sabres miss that football? He had both arms up, and it looked like literally it just went right between them.
Beat the yardage, and great field position again for City High. I mean, things are going in their direction here.
1st and 10 from the Senior 31. Stiers checks the defense. The handoff will go to Swaney. Oh, a brick wall as he is dropped about a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. Jordan Weber there. Also, it looked like Eric Savwell again.
A bit more, but now and then they'll stick in a rushing play, but so far it's just not effective, like you said.
No gain on the play, make it 2nd down and 10. Sabres wide to the near side, out of the shotgun, a corner blitz picked up by Jordan. Fires across the middle, complete to Recker at the 20, the 15, still on his feet and dropped at the 10-yard line.
All kind of options that time for City High. Trips to the right side, 3 receivers on that short side of the field, and they ran their pattern so effectively, and he's just able to maintain his composure. Nice completion.
The Senior 11. City looking to go up by 2 touchdowns at the 8.5-minute mark here in the first half. Sabres again wide to the near side, twins to the far side, Barry and Recker. Rolling out near side, Stiers has time. Flushed out of the pocket. The 20, the 15, inside the 10, and pushed out of bounds at the 8. Short gain on the play, but again, he takes a very wide angle, Ryan. A gain of about 2 on the play, but as you mentioned, he has to go a lot farther than that. He must have run easily a good 20 yards just to pick 2.
He slowly rolled in this football game so far. He's just taking it to him.
2nd and 6 from the Rams 7. Little Hawks can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. Hand off to the up back on a quick trap, nothing doing. Jordan, though, finds a second hole as he sidesteps his defensive lineman and works his way inside the 5 down to about the 4.
I was with you. I didn't think he was going to get anything out of that. And the extra lunge, try to get some additional running yardage. And I think he was probably able to pick up another 4 or so at the 4 now. So
down and 2. The ball resting at the Senior 3. Again out of the eye. Stiers rolling out far side, has some time, fires into the corner and overthrows his intended receiver, Pat Barry.
They have tried to force the issue. It was going to Barry, it wasn't going to nobody. Set a flag down over there on the far side by the goal line. Looks like there might be a penalty here.
We'll wait and see. The man with the white hat. Nope, they're spotting it at the 3 here. And no flag.
I think it was just it was a piece of debris in one of the
4th and 2 here, Ryan, and City not electing to go for a field goal. So a big play right here for Senior's defense. City 4th and 2 from the Dubuque Senior 3. Stiers rolling out far side, having some problems, some pressure, fires into the end zone, and it's dropped. Might have been knocked away at the last second to Caleb Recker as Jeff Hyatt stepped up and I believe just caught a piece of that football right before Recker was able to maintain.
Looking at the other end of this, because if Senior does stop the play, they're going to have to start the ball at their own 3. And
1st and 10 as White will hand off to Decker straight up the gut. He's across the 5, keeping those legs pumping. You're going to have to gang tackle him on a night like tonight as he works his way out to the 6, possibly the 7. Only a gain of about 4 on the play, but some much needed breathing room.
Yeah, you said it right there, over in your own territory where City High could pick it up.
Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 from their own 7 as the play run in with the strong side to the left. Decker working again off left guard. He's across the 10 out to about the 12. Just shy of the first down marker, but this will bring up 3rd down and certainly manageable for Dubuque Senior.
Yard line when they took advantage of that turnover to start off the game, and since then just not able to do anything. It's a big play for their offense.
3rd and 3 as White with a 2-step drop fires out on the flat. It is complete to Herrig as he's across the 20, dropped at the 22 by Jared Gadsden, the cornerback. Nothing too fancy there, just go out, know where the first down marker is and turn around, and White hit him with a bullet.
Yep, Herrig just did about 5-10 yards downfield. Simple curl, turn around, there will be the football.
Picked up darn near 10 on that play. 1st and 10 from their own 22 as it looks like City is blitzing. Kinney coming up the middle, they pick him up. White will go deep down the near side to Hyatt. Gadsden goes up and knocks it away at the last second. And there's where offense turned to defense. Gadsden had his hooks on it, and Herrig, the wide receiver on a flat-out fly down the near sideline had to reach up and knock it away.
That football hung up for a long time, Adam.
It's down after they've been pounding it up the gut for the better part of this drive. Make it 2nd down and 10, though. And you've got to figure number 22 will get his hands on the football here with 2 tights on play action. White with a very deep drop. Here's the screen. Decker completes at the 15, the 20, the 25, out past the 30, and finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
Gives them the 1st down. They ran a screen to the right side. City High going with 5 on the defensive line, and they started to go after them, and that was a good play call by Coach Murphy. First time we've seen the screen tonight for Senior.
Nice drive that started on their own 4-yard line after they kept City out of the end zone on 4th down. Ball on the near hash. Looks like City may be blitzing again. Or are they showing it? Jordan dropping back. Nope, he is coming. He's picked up as Decker gets the call, left tackle. Nothing doing. He tries to bust it outside, and he's strung out and dropped back at the 30-yard line. It looks like Alex Fisher, number 33, and Tony Sturgill, the free safety, number 31, coming up to lay the wood to him.
Yeah, Sturgill.
As the ball pushed back to the Senior 30-yard line. Under 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Herrig wide to the near side, Hyatt wide to the far side with 2 tights. 2-step drop, firing across on a crossing pattern. The ball tipped up and into the hands of a City High defender. It is picked off. Looking for the number, is that number 45, Templin.
Or was it Clawball? Templin or Clawball, one of the guys. 41 or 45.
I believe it was 45, wasn't it? Templin that finally was the man that picked it up. He's the one that's getting it.
It was a slant in, but the receivers started to go downfield more, and City High was all over it. Just knocked the ball straight up in the air. Maybe one of your defenders can come over and pick it up. That's the first turnover for Senior here and at a critical time.
1st and 10 from the Ram 39. Out of the shotgun, Stiers will go deep down the far side. It's a wobbler, and bodies flying everywhere, and so do flags. Into double coverage, as I believe that was Caleb Recker, his 6'3" wideout, going up in the middle of double coverage. And Dubuque Senior got there just a bit early, but that was not the best football we've seen thrown by Curtis Stiers tonight.
No, Jeff Hyatt jumps out of it.
As they will march this one off. Brian, you correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's the first penalty on either team this evening, isn't it?
15 goes in the direction City High is moving, so good field position. And here in the second quarter, both coaches like to see a penalty-free ball game, and this is just one of those times where Senior felt like they were beat and they had to do something.
1st and 10 from the Senior. We'll call up the 24. Out of the shotgun again. Stiers fires. The ball is batted up at the line of scrimmage and falls harmlessly incomplete to the ground. Number 72, 6'4", 305-pound defensive tackle Jordan Weber got a big paw up there and not got to figure. The pendulum swings to their advantage. 2nd and 10 right now. The ball resting at the 24-yard line. City could put a dagger through their heart here, though, just before the half. As they send a delayed blitz, this one fired out into the flat and overthrown. The intended receiver, Caleb Recker again, and nice coverage that time by Dubuque Senior secondary line. You got to figure 4-down territory again, though, for City High as Stiers out of the shotgun, takes a step in. Bubble screen is on. It's complete to Recker. He sidesteps one man. He's at the 25. Spins off another. The 20. The 15. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. And dropped inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, his blocks were 10 yards downfield, and he had to, develop the yardage in his own way. The blocks were able to hold on for as long as he could, and then he just covered up the football and just marched.
By all, to call here on 1st and goal.
Not a lot of harm if you try to punch it in on 1st and goal inside the 5. But once you start to get to, you're in 4-down territory, then maybe they'll go for it again. Maybe they'll elect the field goal. They don't want it to get to that situation. But I think they're going to try their best just to punch it in, go with a couple running plays.
See what Coach Brown has pulled out of his cap as Stiers rolling out far side. Fires into the end zone. Complete, and it is a touchdown. And is that 86? I can't get a number on the young man on the far side.
Well, they're all jumping over there.
It is 86.
Yep.
It's Caleb Recker.
roll out to the right, different options for your quarterback, and Steyer's able to deliver a bullet.
3-yard completion to Caleb Recker. Fisher on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. Boy, he's flirting, but that one just inside the right upright. Seemingly slicing it. Both kickers on that side of the field tonight, but it is good. And with it, City High, a little more breathing room. A 2-touchdown lead with 3:01 left to go in the first half. It's the Little Hawks 21, the Rams 7, and we will keep it here as both
feel probably that they can move the football.
Hyatt and Decker both deep to receive, as again Fisher barely a 4-yard approach to the football, as this one a low, very short kick fielded by Decker at the 16. Out to the 20, trying to get behind his wedge. The 25 heading to the far sideline. A flag is thrown on that far sideline, and this one may be coming back. Usually in that area you're looking at some sort of clip or possible holding on the return team.
Yeah, I didn't see who they would call the penalty on, but there was a good wedge set up by Senior, and a hold will be the call, it appears.
So back him up instead of about the 28. This one for Senior's running backs to get behind their wedge. 1st and 10 from their own 15. White will hand off to Decker straight up the gut. He's out past the 20 before he's finally corralled at the 24-yard line. And it looks like Senior just going to be content to try and chew up some yardage, and with it the clock.
Offensive plays, and maybe they're, just feel they're too deep in their territory, don't want to make a big mistake here.
Give Decker a gain of 9 on the play as the handoff will come to him right side, and nothing doing. Ryan Hill, number 88, the big defensive end, 6 foot, 171 pounds, stood him right up, and he will be dropped for no gain.
And this player necessarily look for the pass, but watch the receiver. You don't want anybody to get behind you.
Herrig wide to the near side, Hyatt to the far side. White with a 3-step drop, looking, now nothing doing. He'll tuck it away and try and run. The 25, the 30, pushed out of bounds at the 33, and he's got more than enough to move the chains. Tell you what, they did what they wanted, but White with a heads-up move read the defense, turned it upfield, and picked up the first down.
That the team need to get a first down and try to keep something alive here. They're at the 32-yard line.
Clock continues to run. $1:37 left to go in the first half. 1st and 10. White on play action. Sprints out near side, fires into the flat, and throws behind his intended receiver, Decker, who had slipped out running kind of a drag route, as you mentioned, Ryan. But again, he was thinking just get rid of the football. A few red and white jerseys were bearing down on him.
Decker will stop the clock, but I don't know if it would have even been that beneficial. It would have only picked up about 5 yards anyway, and the clock would have still been moving.
2nd and 10 from their own 32. Out of the eye, White with a 2-step drop, pump fakes, fires a touch pass down the middle. It's picked off by Fisher, heading to the far side. The 40, the 35, and he's dropped there. It looks like Decker coming up to stick him at the 34-yard line. So City unable to get the stop on 3rd down, but they come up with the big turnover with 1:20 left to go and another short field to work with.
You got been one key in this football game that you can talk about, and inside the 40 at the 35, and all kinds of time you have to put another score on the board.
Twins to the near side. Steyer's dropping straight back, firing deep, somewhat of a wounded duck, but he's got a man open, caught inside the 5 and pushed out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Ryan Granko, 6'2", 171-pound junior, had to turn around. That ball was a wobbler. Looked like he was looking for it on the inside, and we've got a flag down in the City High backfield, and it looks like it's coming back.
Wow, that hurts.
1st and 25 from the Little Hawk 47, 1:13 left to go in the first half. City up by 2 touchdowns, 21-7, looking for more. Steyer's dropping back, getting some pressure. Fires down the middle, overthrows Granko again. Boy, he was wide open, Ryan.
Certainly was. 30 yards downfield. City High spreading it out. Trips to the right, one to the left side. A lot of downfield patterns, and
roughly 27 from their own 46. Trips to the far side, twins to the near side. This is Gator football. And they come with a delayed blitz. Steyer's gets crushed as he fires across the middle and overthrows Caleb Recker.
Ouch.
Boy, did he take a shot, but yet he stayed in to get rid of the football.
Andrew Kelly, the linebacker, 6'0", 190 pounds. He paid have to just go straight ahead out of the pocket.
So make it 3rd down and about from here to Manchester for the Little Hawks to pick up a first. Out of the shotgun. Here comes that bubble screen again. Complete to Wrecker. Across midfield and not letting go this time though. Nice jersey tackle by number 75, Matt Schoenberger. And if he didn't, Wrecker had himself a potential first down.
Oh, once before they were fooled, and Senior said, no, we're not going to let you have this one. And that was a good tackle that time. Here
Wrecker watching the clock. He's going to let this tick down as much as possible as he puts a foot into it. Low end over end kick. Fielded by, looks like Cole, heading to the far side, out across the 20. The 25 pushed out of bounds as whistles sound with 8 4/10 seconds left to go in the first half.
Oh, 50 yards downfield.
Yep. It's a reminder for you, we'll be sending it back to the KXIC studios for our halftime report with Doug Miser right after this as a very quick knee by Adam White. He's saying, hey gang, let's go back to the locker room and regroup. Well, if you're City High, you've got to feel pretty good going into the locker room up 14, but by the same token, if you're Dubuque Senior, you've played with one of the best.
Longer.
They had it. Marcus.
Boys, package dice.
Stop it.
With your halftime report,
okay.
Like Tony will use, so find 5 Hawkeyes and the Michigan States. Also, there's a little football being played in the basketball court and the headline score. San Francisco once again.
It's clip.
All right, gotcha.
Lennox Furnaces and air
The stance aren't anything
For 32 yards.
coming in the form of handoffs. It's the Rams got to find a way.
Room. Coach Sabers saying
It's the second one, so we're going to be 30.
I'll be listening tomorrow night for it. More Iowa City Kinnick Stadium this Saturday.
A week before at Penn State. Well, people get wound up into that, but we'll soon see. As City High and Senior out there, the captains deciding who's getting the ball, who's getting what side. I was going to mention too, Brent, City High with some tough games, Jefferson, Washington, and Prairie, but what's the point there of even talking about every game's tough now in this conference, the way things have shaped up here, and you'd like to every game differently, but yet the same, knowing that we're out there to win every week. Don't worry about the postseason or tradition, because Senior just hasn't had the tradition and the kind of success that they'd like to have.
Fisher will put a foot into it for the Little Hawks. Again, a short kick fielded at about the 15 by Decker. He's out past the 20, the 25, and finally brought down at about the Ram 30. So good field position for Dubuque Senior, and we'll see what, if any, offensive adjustments head coach Pat Murphy and company made in the locker room.
Mention a moment.
1st and 10 from their own 34. Decker will be the lone back behind White. 2 tight ends, receivers near and far side. Decker gets the call up the gut across the 35, out close to the 40-yard line. He'll have himself a gain of about a short 6, maybe a long 5. And I watch Adam White, literally after every play, he takes himself out of it, Ryan. He is sprinting over to the sideline to discuss things over with Coach Pat Murphy.
Run to the sideline, get the play in, and a run back out. Gets a workout every time.
Breeze starting to pick up just a little bit, blowing across the field from the far to the near side as laundry flying everywhere. Whistles sounding, and we've got movement in the trenches.
Yeah, the right tackle was confused, and I think he was.
Legal procedure will be the call against Senior on the last play. Make it 2nd and 10 from their own 35. And the mercury dipping just a bit here, Ryan. Can feel a little bit more of a snap in the air here as we start the second half. 2nd and 10 from their own 35. White on play action. Will roll out near side, getting pressured by Schutt. Now getting hit and dropped at the 25-yard line. Schutt was there giving pressure, and it looks like number 89, Michael Sabers, grabbing him and not letting go. 6'4", 233, awful tough to take even a half step once he gets a hold of you.
All right now they got a lot of yards as you go. What, 20 yards for a first down?
Yep, loss of 9 on the play makes it 3rd and 19 from their own 25. White with a 2-step drop, fires over the middle. Oh, what a great one-handed catch by his tight end, Luke Kalb, as he's out to the 40-yard line. He will be shy of the first down, but what a pretty play.
That had interception written all over it. And he's guide for that one, as you said, just reach straight up for it. I'm not quite sure how tall he is out there.
6'3".
6'3".
And he needed every bit of it. Well, a gain of, we'll call it 16 on the play, but still short of the first down marker. And Ben Paulson will have to punt. And again, Michael Sabers almost got it. And I think he altered the kick very high. It does take a Dubuque Senior bounce as it rolls across the 40 and down to the City High 35.
Too bad. It could have been a lot worse for Senior. And
so 1st and 10, we'll call it from their own 34 as Stiers on a wide receiver screen, Recker near side, the 45, the 40, stiff arms a man, and let's reverse that call, shall we? The 40 to the 45. Hadn't quite crossed midfield just yet. A little wishful thinking. I doubt Senior will allow an extra 10 yards to be tacked onto this one. Still though, gain of
they've been able to run the screenplay effectively this year, so why not give it a shot this time too?
Stiers with a long count. He's got receivers near and far side on the hash. Dropping deep drop, firing deep downfield. A post pattern to Recker. It's caught at the 20 and he's dropped at the 15. Touchdown saving tackle made by Jeff Hyatt. Boy, he took a deep drop, Ryan, but laid that up. Plenty of air. Perfect touch, and Recker just ran right underneath it.
5.
Give him 40 yards on the completion. And Recker just eating up the Dubuque Senior secondary tonight. As Stiers rolling out on 1st and 10, fires and complete to Recker near side, trying to knock it down and then swinging his arm around to save the touchdown inside the 5-yard line. Again, Hyatt, he's been burned twice, and it's 1st and goal from the Dubuque Senior 3.
3 plays and 3 first downs, another rifle shot. Rushing hasn't been effective tonight, so they've been going in flight down the field.
1st and goal from the Senior 3. Out of the eye. Handoff will go to Swaney, and again, nailed in the backfield. Number 78, Eric Saville. Hit him literally as he just took a step past Curtis Stiers, and the City High offensive line just cannot run block tonight.
Aaron. Maybe some sort of a rollout or something could be in the works now here for the Little Hawks.
2nd and goal from the 6. Stiers will roll out. He can run it in if he wants. Staying with it, looking ahead, sidesteps one man as he works his way back close to the goal line, but he will be short. We'll tell you what, some indecision there, probably for the first time this evening, Ryan. If he tucked it away and just gone on a dead sprint to the far pylon, didn't look like anybody would have had a shot at him, but he kept looking for a receiver downfield. And as it
that mistake felt, let's hang on to the football, see if something opens up, and that indecision, not able to get it in the end zone.
2-step drop, fires on a hot route right across the middle, and it's high off the fingertips of his intended receiver. Do we have a flag being thrown? We do. We'll wait and see if that's interference.
Oh, it looked like it came in that direction from the official. I think it may have been an initial push-off there by Senior as we see it pointed on the Rams side.
Now you got to wonder, maybe Stiers just behind his big center, John Harrison, or Morrison, I should say. And check that, it should be 1st and goal on the penalty. And Stiers will try the quarterback keeper, and no signal yet.
Boy.
And now the side judge will raise his hand.
About time.
I tell you what, nobody wanted to make the call there, did they?
Saying that a lot this year, actually.
27-7.
Silence right below us here for the Ram crowd.
Fisher on. Oh, a bad snap. It is low, and this one is blocked. It was low and off to the side. You can't ask for much more from holder Phil George. He did everything he could, but the timing really thrown off on that one. So somewhat of a silver lining for
your Ford dealer. Amen to that.
Alex Fisher with a high and extremely short kickoff, fielded by an up back in front of the 20. The coverage is quick for City High as he's dropped at about the 27-yard line. Boy, it just seems like they're getting shorter and shorter, though. Not sure if Fisher's been coached to do that, if he just doesn't feel comfortable. But Ryan, he doesn't take much more than about a 2 or 3 step approach to the football before he puts his foot into it.
The kicking team really bunches up to one side. They don't spread the entire length of the field like you'd normally see, where you just run down the field in your lanes. I mean, only half the field is covered. If the Rams are able to turn the corner, you know, they could maybe run something back, but you don't see that.
1st and 10 from their own 29 on play action. White steps up in the pocket, bounces out of the grasp of one defender, still slinks his way across the 30 and dropped at the 33 for a gain of about 4 on the play. That was an awful tough gain 4.
Oh, yeah. Had a receiver over here in the near side once he stepped out of the pocket, but he was more worried about hanging on to that football. Senior crowd is silent. The coaching staff is scratching their heads right now, down 27-7. That's not too bad a play.
2nd and 6, under 6 minutes left to go in the 3rd. 5:50 and counting. White, hand off to Decker. Nothing doing up the gut. Kind of sidesteps, now cuts it back against the grain as he's across the 35 and out to the 37.
Anytime you see Decker run the football on the strong side of the field, it just seems to be more effective for this team. They've tried weak side a couple of times, but this is how he's been able to pick up most of his yardage.
He'll be make it 3rd down and 1. And Dubuque Senior desperately needing to move the chains here, otherwise they're going to punt the football away and give City High's offense, which has really found its rhythm, yet another crack. As White will hand off to Decker, stuck in the backfield, dropped at the 39. It all depends on the spot. We'll wait and see. From here, it looks like he may have just gotten enough. And the man in the white cap says move the chains.
He pushed his guard out of the way to make sure that he could get enough leverage to much needed 1st down here for the Rams, first one of this half.
Clock continues to run, under 5 minutes left to go in the 3rd. White, a deep drop. Michael Savers with a bull rush. He'll flush him out to the far side. A pump fake. Still nobody open, and he's dropped back at the, we'll call it 32.
Nothing he could really do on this side. Oh, yes, but I think looking for the receiver downfield. But, yeah, that's a good point. You could throw the ball away, but I think he waited too long. He didn't want to risk the throw across the middle.
Looked like he froze. He pump fake, thought he had a man, and then tucked it back down. And flags flying here from the back judge. They take too much time?
Must have been if it came from him.
Delay a game will be the call. Well, you do run that risk. Again, White is low. Ball resting at their own 28. Hyatt wide near side. Herrig to the far side, out of the eye. On play action, pocket crumbles. He steps up, fires a lob pass down the far side. It's complete to Herrig at the 45, across midfield, and into City High territory at the 48. And there is the first true big play of the evening for Dubuque Senior.
Certainly was, and he just looked smarter on that play. Right, they haven't had any opportunities. That play by Herrig, I mean, that was what Senior needed, and maybe this will give him the spark.
1st and 10.
Chatter's kind of increasing from the Senior crowd here below us. But
well, they haven't had much to cheer about this evening.
For sure.
Ball rests at the City High 48 on play action. White rolling out near side. Jordan coming hard. White by his ankle and is brought down inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. Justin Jordan flushed him out of the pocket, and then there to finish him off, Ben Hardman. And a huge loss.
Secondary coverage, and back goes Senior.
Again, that's where he's got to make the decision to just go ahead and throw the football away. You cannot eat the ball that deep in your own territory, as he will take a very deep drop. The screen is on. Decker's complete. Oh, and we can hear the contact up here at the 35-yard line. Who was that came up and blew him a kiss? Ryan Hill, number 88, the defensive end, stayed at home, read his key. The play looked like it was developing well, but then all of a sudden, Hill closed the gap. Yeah, a nice job by the City High defensive
like a couple
end.
of City High players were getting off of their blocks early, and things just were not working from the start. And you can credit Hill for it's tough to get back this kind of yardage right now, and I think right now they're just trying to set up for a punt, because I don't know how you can get it downfield like that.
3rd and 25 as White will take a drop. Looking downfield, steps up in the pocket. Oh, and he is sandwiched at the 32. My goodness. Well, and again, a sea of red and white.
You alluded to it earlier, too. You got to throw the football in that situation. Go upfield, go deep, and throw it so maybe nobody can get it. give your receiver a chance, or at least throw it to the sideline.
Greg Altmaier, Phil Kenny in to double team him, a few other players. As City looks like they're coming after the punt. They've almost blocked a couple. Is this one a low end-over-end kick? Bounces at the 35, fielded by Recker. He's out to the 40, and he is stuck. Hit hard by Brett Burkett. Well, I tell you what, he may only be a special teams player, but he clearly relishes the role, as we have called his name on several occasions tonight.
Has to be pleased with their defense here in this third quarter.
1st and 10 from their own 39. They lead it by 20, 27-7 with 51 seconds left to go in the third. Stiers, two-step drop, that ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, and I believe that may have been Burkett that got a finger on it again. They were trying the wide receiver screen. This time it looked like Ryan Grenko, the recipient, but the ball flutters to the ground incomplete, and that will stop the clock with 48 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah,
Their own 39 as City High's offense struts up to the line of scrimmage. Stiers will call out of the shotgun here. Triplets to the near side, a receiver to the far side. A late blitz. They pick it up. Stiers fires out. The ball is off the fingertips of Michael Sabers and almost intercepted by Jaden Herrig. He laid out at midfield but couldn't come up with it.
Now we've seen that tip happen in the first half, and City High was able to get an interception this time. Senior almost were able to take advantage of that tip.
Just 18 times.
About, what, 105 attempts entering the ball game. I mean, he's adding to that total.
3rd and 10 out of the shotgun again. It looks like they'll keep Tyson Worth home to block, and the back judge again throwing the flag. This time it looks like delay of game against City High.
Took them a while to get set in their position.
Nice sideline. 42.3 seconds left to go in the third. This game not really in doubt right now, but certainly you don't like to see, you don't want to call it sloppy play, but maybe a slip mentally by the Little Hawks here as we head into the fourth quarter. Stiers, there's a screen. Swaney completed the 30, the 35, and he goes no farther. And a flag thrown on the near side, and this may be holding against City High. Really, the flag coming on the
side.
I was going to say, the far side away from the play, so you've got to wonder.
Maybe one of the downfield blocks, as it was.
Possibly a legal man downfield.
Yeah, it was just a flare out to your running back.
Are they going to wave it off? Let's see. Illegal procedure.
A dead ball foul, too.
My goodness. So that was a late flag.
Oh, it came from this official, too. On this near side, City High's.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, their sideline's over on the other side.
So fourth. This can't be fourth. This is still got to be third. There we go.
Yeah. No losses.
As much as they would like it to be fourth down. It is 3rd and 20 as the ball now rests at the City High 29. Trips to the near side, Twins to the far side, and they're coming with a blitz. Stiers firing deep down the field, just putting some air under it. Oh, and just off the fingertips of Caleb Recker. Nice defensive play, too, by Jaden Herrig. Well, he laid out and just caught a piece of it. Otherwise, if he does not, Caleb Recker is in the end zone right now.
Four-man
was on the numbers. Herrig just stepped up and made a fine defensive play.
Something we haven't seen much of tonight.
And they are coming after Caleb Recker as he gets away. A beauty. Fair catch being called for by Cole at the 30-yard line. There were at least 3, possibly 4 red jerseys all around him, and he stood his ground and got away. An excellent punt. White will bring him up to the line of scrimmage. The lone back is Decker. Decker will get the call straight up the gut. And after a couple of steps, it looks like Alex Fisher, and you can go ahead and credit about another handful of his teammates. They are really flying to the football now, Ryan.
Well, Senior, they like to run Cody Decker out of that single back formation and try to scoot it up the field.
Consult KBD about their beautiful new showroom where you'll see birch cabinetry in actual home settings and learn what you're really buying. Kitchen and Bath Distributing at 5 Surgeons Drive in Iowa City. Wouldn't you rather be with KBD?
From the KXIC studios in Iowa City, I'm Doug Miser. Just dropping in quick to give you an update on the National League Championship Series game going on tonight. In Game 2 in St. Louis, San Francisco Giants are leading going into the bottom of the 7th. Score there 3-0. Jason Schmidt is pitching a 2-hitter for the Giants, and Rich Aurelia has homered twice in that game, once in the first, once in the 5th inning. Again, John Schletter at Dalzell Field in Dubuque.
Thank you very much, Doug Miser. On 2nd down and 8, Adam White throws an incompletion, so make it 3rd and 8 from their own 33 as he fires into the flat, a little bit farther past the flat, and it's complete to Jaden Herrig as he's out across midfield and finally brought down by Jared Gadsden. Another big gain, and Dubuque Senior's offensive drive stays alive.
So last time this happened, penalties and some mistakes shoved them back farther, and they had to end up kicking it away.
This will be the 4th play of the drive. White tied up under center. The strong side is to the left. The handoff will go to Decker up the middle, and a couple there. And then again, number 33, the kicker, Alex Fisher. I'm calling his number quite a bit this evening. Also there, number 40, Justin Jordan, an outside linebacker. City High 47 as we approach the 11-minute mark in the ball game. White taking a long look with a pair of tight ends. Pump fake, drops back. Fires a floater down the near side. It's picked off up the near side. That is Fisher as he's still on, nope, pushed out of bounds. Still running against the whistle as it looks like he will be spotted at about the City High 49 and his 2nd pick of the evening.
Anticipated the pass, backed up from his linebacker position and right into it. He didn't buy into the fake. He could see something to...
Ryan Grinko will be one of your wide receivers. He'll line up wide to the near side, Recker to the far side. Ball rests on the near hash. It's the short side of the field. The strong side will be to the left as Swaney bounces off one man across midfield, the 45, and a jersey tackle. No, take it back. I bit on the fake. My apologies. Oh, I tell you what, folks, I prided myself on trying not to bite on any of Steyer's fakes so far this season, and I bit big on that one.
Hey, I bought into that fake in the first half, so now we're even. Tyson Worth got a great pass. Out to the 38-yard line.
Tell you what,
to
though,
complete that one.
Swaney really sold that.
He did.
Well, he really took some punishment. Goodness gracious. So make it 1st and 10 from the 38 as we've got the backup quarterback now in for City High, Ryan Kennedy, 6'5", 190-pound junior. And my apologies to Tyson Worth and the entire Worth family.
Oh, and Worth went out of bounds. He was kind of upended, and I was like, that's not a jersey tackle. So
oh, my goodness. Loss of 1 on the play. Makes it 2nd and 11 from the 39. Boy, and I tell you what, Kennedy is not wasting any time behind center. He is really going with some quick counts here as a flag is being thrown.
Yeah.
Illegal procedure will be the call against the Little Hawks.
Tight end Mike Sabers.
Wouldn't expect anything less.
All right.
Wide to the near side, Aaron Grove. We've got a receiver, I believe that's Recker, to the far side as taking a deep drop is Kennedy. Fires across the middle and a nice catch by Michael Sabers, the tight end, out to the 30-yard line. Looks like he will be shy by just a couple yards of the first down, but a lot of that gained back, and it will bring up 3rd down and 3.
Simple handoff left and right. He gets to take an active part here.
Out of the shotgun. Looking left, fires and knocked away. Nice defensive play, and I believe, is that Hyatt? Nope, it is not. It is Herrig. Boy, he has been a gritty little player so far this evening, right?
Oh, Herrig's got his hands on a couple of them tonight to go.
4th and 3 from the senior 31-yard line. Receivers near and far side with the strong side to the right on the quick option. Kennedy will bowl it forward, and it looks like he's put the ball on the table, and Dubuque Senior thinks they have it. The pile will unfold, and the Rams recover.
I was about ready to write down a 1st down for City High. He made a nice play. We saw them do that in the first half, the Little Hawks, but that time
badly, but still you look up and only 1 touchdown here in the second half for Iowa City High. That was just their 3rd offensive series. White will drop back on 1st and 10 for the Rams. Fires out near side, complete to Herrig at the 35-yard line as he slips and he stays in bounds. Knee went down. The man in stripes says keep the clock rolling as Bradley Templin, a defensive
15 of the year now. He's been a favorite receiver 5 different receivers have 10 receptions or more for Dubuque. They like to mix it up.
2nd and 2. Decker straight up the middle. He's across the 35 out to the 37, 38. Falls forward with second effort close to the 40, and that will be a first down. As I'm looking down, and a few of the Dubuque Senior faithful starting to head to the gates now with under 8 minutes left to go in the game. For the senior tailback, they have all come hard this evening. 1st and 10 from their own 39. White with a 2-step drop, pump fake, fires over the far side and very nearly picked off. Herrig got his fingertips on it. Closing in was Tony Sturgill, and he was licking his chops, Ryan. He was thinking 6. If he picks that ball off, there is nobody in between him and the goal line.
Oh yeah, tipped right in front of them, and at the same time, City High is a defense causing a lot of those mistakes this evening.
2nd and 10 from the 39. White will hand off on a delay to Decker up the middle. He's out to the 45 and brought down at the 47. Gain of about 8 on the play. Not what you'd call a true draw, but certainly a delayed handoff.
And as he had against Waterloo East, I'm sure he's going to be disappointed, but facing a much tougher defense tonight than last week.
On 3rd and 4, he'll get the call again on a late handoff as he's across midfield. Needed 4, he got 5, and Dubuque Seniors fans putting their hands together. A little something to cheer for late in the ball game.
Third, as you said, that 20-yard drive following a fumble got him in the end zone when they took the early 7-0 lead, but goose egg since then.
Out of the eye, a deep drop on play action. White fires across the field, complete to Hyatt at the 35-yard line. Jared Gadsden went up, but the cornerback only 5'6" for City High, and that ball, nice touch just overneath his outstretched arms.
Pick up about 22 yards.
Over 100 yards on the evening through the air for White. 22, huh?
Didn't like my assessment there.
I'll go with it. As
we never make up things in broadcast.
2nd down and 10. As I think we may have had equipment problems. 5:51 left to go in the ball game. White dropping back all day to throw, and nobody open, and now finally the protection breaks down, and he is sacked back at the 45-yard line.
He was wrapped up for about 4 seconds, and the referees hesitated on that.
Well, not only that, but again, he just does not look comfortable after he checks off his hot receiver. With read and recognition, we've seen him eat the football a lot this evening. As he drops back, rolls out, pressure coming from both ends. He fires on a screen back to the near side. Decker at the 40, out to the 35, and just inside the 35 to the 34. Boy, I tell you what, well diagrammed and well executed, but didn't go for very much.
White was scrambling from the get-go. He was, I mean, I think they're very fortunate that they got the kind of yards that they did out of this, but still 4th down and lots of yards to go here.
We're not exactly sure how many. Make it
10.
2. Actually, it got back to the line of scrimmage. It's got to be 10.
Yeah.
As he fires across the middle, the ball underthrown. I believe that's his tight end. Number 44 it is, Luke Kalb, who made a fantastic one-handed catch earlier this game. Needed a lot longer arms to be able to pull that one down, as it was underthrown by about a good 3 yards.
That's a lot to ask for anybody.
Ball turns over on, absolutely, on downs. City High will take over on their own 35 with 4:18 left to go in the game. Kennedy out of the shotgun. Drops back, all kinds of time. Fires across the middle, nice fingertip catch, and now the ball's on the ground, and it will be recovered by Dubuque Senior. Ryan Grenko fighting for extra yards out toward midfield, lost the football, and Dubuque Senior recovers.
Pass play and another turnover here. We've seen 6 turnovers total tonight.
Gain of roughly 10 on the play, but it's a turnover as White dropping back, getting pressured by Templin. Screen to Decker near side, the 45, the 40, still looking for room inside the 35 and pushed out of bounds just shy of the 30-yard line.
I think we're destined to see that screen play tried one more time after it didn't quite work. I mentioned turnovers a few moments ago. Little Hawks 3 turnovers all on fumbles. The Rams 3 turnovers all on interceptions.
1st and 10 from the Little Hawk 31. Pump fake going deep for the end zone. He's got a man open, and is it caught, but out of bounds. Oh, and Gadsden and Cole, a little extracurricular activity as they get up. Gadsden backs off. Cole, I think, just showing some frustration. He made a fantastic grab, but he was out of bounds.
Or your foot in bounds, I guess.
That's right, it is high school. You only need one. 2nd and 10 from the Little Hawk 31. 3:51 left to go in the game. We'll see if they try it again. Nope, instead they'll hand off to Burkett. In to spell Cody Decker as he carries left side, and the flag being thrown by the side judge.
There's a play that we haven't seen much of tonight.
The illegal procedure, the call against Dubuque Senior.
That 3rd and 8 is the way to go here from the 30.
Apparently, I think they just want the clock to run and get this one over with. 3rd and 8 from the Little Hawk 29. White dropping back. All kinds of time. Fires across the middle, off the fingertips of Cole, inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. That ball was threaded in between 3 City High defenders with plenty of zip on it, and Cole just sitting it into his body. And what could have been a long gain turns out to be yet another incompletion.
Well, you're absolutely right in your assessment. He peeked at the defenders. He knew he was going to get hit hard. And you talk about receivers catching before you run. You want to catch it before you get hit.
4th and 8 from the Little Hawks 29. Firing across the middle, diving, and did he come up with it? Nope, a Dubuque Senior player trying to get a number on the young man who's laid out. That's Hyatt. Jeff Hyatt slow to get up as he realizes this drive has come to an end for Dubuque Senior, and with it, in another 3 minutes and 18 seconds, the ball game.
Standing tall defensively when they need to be.
1st and 10 from their own 29, and look for City to go ahead and run a few belly plays here. All they need basically is 1 first down, and they can run out the clock. As we have a new tailback in. Off the right side, that would be number 34, and that would be Terry Douglas as he gets himself a pretty healthy gain on first down. What do we call it, 7 here? They'll make it 6. Douglas will dot the I again. Oops, he moved, and City High draws a break as he tries to work it around the left end. Nothing doing, cuts it against the grain as he's across the 40. Well, keeping those legs pumping across the 45, but the whistle sounded probably a good 3 or 4 yards before that. Boy, is he pumped or what?
I think
Up
so.
Slapping his lineman on the...
They could have had an illegal motion call, but this time maybe a little more lenient.
Officials letting it slide this late into the game. With 2:20 left to go in the contest. Douglas nothing doing in the backfield. Boy, he barely had a chance to take a step after he had it in his breadbasket before he's dropped. Tackle made by most of the right side of the Dubuque Senior line. And some change in position players heading to the far side. Jason Heeman, as Kennedy will keep it straight up the middle. He crosses midfield, brought down very close to the first down marker, but just shy of it at the 46-yard line. As we approach the 1 minute mark left to go in the game. Kennedy on the option, pitch to Douglas, near side. Midfield, the 45, and on second effort, did he lose the football? Nope, he manages to hang on to it as he was inside the 45 down to the 43. That will be a first down for City High, and now the Little Hawks can run out the clock.
Be able to call it win number 3 for the Little
Matt
Hawks.
Funk on to take a snap, pardon me, set up his wide receiver. Likewise, Mike Engelstad. As Kennedy on the quick option will keep it right around left side, dropped at the 40-yard line. And it looks like City High will have to run one more play. One more play here?
I thought they might have to squeeze in one more.
I thought there'd be a discrepancy, but apparently, now here comes the play. Very late. Cody Smith will bring it on. 2 seconds, 1 second, and the men in stripes aren't going to get too picky here. They'll let it run. And with it, City High picks up their 3rd victory of the season. A little bit more difficult than we anticipated, but a 20-point victory nonetheless. 27-7, the final score. The Little Hawks now 3-3 on the season.